In increasingly challenging times, it's becoming very difficult for human rights defenders to carry out their work and to protect and defend rights. So we need a variety of different strategies that bring together litigation, campaigning, communications, and advocacy.
Human rights lawyers generally want to solve problems, but very often human rights problems cannot be solved by one lawyer in one case alone. We use advocacy to complement strategic litigation and also legal advice.
So advocacy is a process towards change. The law might be discriminatory against certain groups. There might be a policy that restricts the space for civil society. So it's that change that you want to bring about.
All human rights lawyers are doing advocacy when they're pleading in court, when they're writing documents, but it's not necessarily geared towards policymakers or decision makers.
Lawyers work on cases, and then linking it to advocacy is about looking at all of the different elements that go around a case. A lawyer needs to think about the strategy, which court to bring the case in, the timing of the case, what else is happening, what is the media environment. And so all of those elements feed into bringing a good case.
Advocacy helps create a contextual argument that allows these other actors who have influence on the way courts, judges, and legal frameworks are thinking to draw out human rights evidence, to draw out human rights arguments.
So the advocacy process involves lots of different elements. That might be identifying your targets, looking at the timing of your strategy, who you're going to work with, building a coalition, carrying out research that supports your case, and then eventually the meetings, the events, the activities that lead to that policy change.
Very often a legal brief will be a great basis for an advocacy document, but the advocacy document will need to look different, so an executive summary is key.
It's a long process, and it's also about building connections. It's about building from one advocacy initiative to another, having a strategy, but also being flexible, and so being able to jump on opportunities when they come about.